Okay, so let's try to understand practical research. Research means what? Search. So search and search again. As a researcher, your journey begins with searching for something. What are you searching for?
Information.
You search for information. What else do you search for? Knowledge. You look at what they all mean. Search for knowledge. What else do you search for? What do you search for?
To find solutions. Solutions to problems.
You find solutions to problems. Solutions. So you find solutions to problems. Solutions to problems. So I want to hear a particular word in it, then we can conclude on our understanding of research or search, or what we search for. When we search, what do we search for? What
Answers.
Answers to what?
Questions.
So you see that in your research, questions will come by answering them. Okay, with your research. When you ask yourself questions, you answer them by the research that you are carrying out. What else do you research?
Data.
Research for data. And what is it about the data? Whether you are answering a question, whether you are finding solutions, whether you are getting knowledge or you are getting information about a particular issue, the answer lies in getting what? The facts. And the facts are gained from what? Data. So as a researcher, you don't have to talk without any evidence. So to do a research, what you have to look at for is getting what you call evidence at every statement that you make. Evidence. And the evidence are embedded in the facts that you have. And the facts are also based on the kind of data that you have. So research, or when you are searching, we are after the facts. I can look at you and say, I think you are 45 years. You are 45 years. You are 29 years. You are maybe 23 years. Am I getting the facts?
No.
So now, as a researcher, you see, I said, I gave you 23 years, right? I gave you what? 40. I got you 29. Now, if you do proper research, yours is what?
27.
These are what? They are facts. And they are also data. Is that not it? They are quantitative data. So how will I be able to know your facts? Unless I use some scientific method or processes. So research is also seen as what? A process. We don't do research in a haphazardly. There's a process that you have to go through to conduct a research. And I was happy when you start mentioning about you want a solution to what? Problem. You will see that research begins with you identifying a problem. It's a process. If there's no problem, why do you have to go and do research? Recently, the one that we are familiar with was the case of COVID-19. Is that not it? COVID-19 came about. What were we thinking about? We are dead. Is that not it? What were the consequences of COVID-19? But what problem did it come with? Death. Loss of life. Downturn in economic activity. People were emotionally distressed. You cannot shake your friend or hug or kiss. Every day we have a mask. But we are in post-COVID period. We are in which year? Are we still using those things? Why is it that we are not still using those things? So we have, through research, come out to know how COVID-19 manifests. The causal agents, symptoms, and all those things, and they have created solutions. So it is the research that they did. That's why they were able to get answers to the questions and also the problems that we're facing as people. And now we have solved that problem. But one thing you have to understand is that the term is really what research. Once you solve one problem, another problem will occur. So that's why at the beginning I told you that research is about searching and search what? Again. Search again. There could be, people can make mistakes in their research. Or changes in situational factors can render a valid research useless at a particular point in time. Previously, we heard that when we were going for cesarean section and we had not advanced much in knowledge, they used to cut the woman like this. Are you aware of that? Cesarean section. They have to cut vertical. And they will destroy a lot of organs along the path if care is not taken. But that was the best knowledge that research at the time gave them. Now, we have seen that when they cut this horizontal, the risk is less minimal and it's more efficient. And it also heals faster than when they cut it this way. What tells you is that those people who did research and found out that people who cannot give birth naturally, you have to cut them this. Their findings are there, all right, but you have seen that it still poses a problem, right? And other people take risks, went on to do more research about that particular problem, and they have now come back and tell us that you have to cut it this way, and they have solved the problem. Once this problem is solved, another will also emerge with this one. We still have to go on and search them. So research means that search, find solution to problems, use scientific means, and still go and do it what? Again. Because situational factors keep on changing. I was told that the ancient knowledge about the size of the shape of the earth was that people were saying that, the world is flat. At the time, those people who were into geology, astronomy, and all those things, they were powerful. They said that the earth is flat because everybody is walking on the face like that. Now, through research, they've been able to discover that it's not what, but it's what? circle or round. Previously, they were even say that just like spherical, like the shape of a head.
The guy said it those days that the earth is when he was persecuted.
Yeah, they will kill you.
I've forgotten his name, why he was persecuted.
Mm-hmm.
And they've gone to apologize to him now.
Now,
Yeah.
where is he now?
It's been a long time. But the church went to apologize to the family that they've accepted.
And that thing, the church is even, I don't want to bring this argument. The church says that in the beginning God created heaven and earth.
That's next day.
Is it true?
We were not there.
But he says that. No, I'm coming. He says that in the beginning God created heaven and earth. He pegged it at the beginning, so.
We are citing them, yeah.
Beginning. Are you sure? Do you think? Look at the reality. If there was anything like beginning, go and study about the space, astronomy, and you see that we have more than 500 galaxies existing. And in each galaxy we have a planet. Each one, Earth is just one. We have the sun, we have the space, we have the moon, and we have the stars. That will make up a single galaxy. And we have about 500 billion galaxies as it stands now. If you sit down and somebody tells you that the beginning God created heaven and earth, it makes you, it closes your mind for you to think outside the box. Because in you think that heaven is, by now if you look at where we are, maybe we are even under the earth. Is that not it? But when we ask you to point at heaven, you will look like this. Is that not it? So that is what scientific knowledge comes to correct. It is never true that in the beginning God created heaven and earth. It is never true. Even in our solar system, we have seen other planets. Is that not it? We have what? The Earth, the Mars, the Venus, the Neptune, the Pluto, the Jupiter, the Saturn, and the rest. Is that not it? So is it true that in the beginning God created heaven and earth? That is scientific. What evidence is showing? What evidence is pointing? I'm not attacking any religion. I learned that in the Quran, Muhammad went and hid in a certain stone, and a certain spider whatsoever came to do some cobwebs. Is that true? You haven't heard the
I've not
story?
heard of it, but cave died.
What happened in the cave? Tell us.
The cave, that's where he received his revelation.
What was he doing in the cave?
I've not read about it.
Did we get revelations from caves?
We are not there, that's it.
Oh, but we are not there, but we believe
We are
it.
not there.
We believe it. They will believe the way we behave. They are dead and gone. Those stories, they are dead and gone. But they are teaching us how to live, what to marry, what to eat, what not to eat. Is that not it? So you don't have to just take them like. That's why I always say that if you really want to live and live again, write something before you die. Because it is the dead who control the living. In the morning, I was listening to some news, and they made mention of one particular person who wrote about a particular people. Now they are doing a history. They are tracing the history. They couldn't go to the grave or anywhere to get answers. They landed on that particular book, and that person has become the one, the authority on it. In other words, if now I start writing papers on social media, after 5,000 years ago, and people are going to look at social media issues in Ghana, who are they going to ask? There's the one who writes. It's not about the one who used. They will search and search and they will go and get my book. During the year 2024, there was this man published at Florence. He said that social media is like this. They use this, they use it, they use this. And the mistake that we are doing as people is that we don't write. If you really want to have influence, write your ideology and live it. Who are the people who wrote the Bible? Where are they? Who are the people who wrote the Quran? Where are they? But are they still influencing the way we live?
Yes.
They control 90% of the way Africans live. But situations have changed. Conditions have changed. So they are not 100% always right. That is what I want you to understand. So we have to go and do more research and challenge some of the things that they said and see what they said still hold or that is still hold. So that is about the theory of what research. So it's a process to find answers to solutions based on what? Facts. And when we have found answers to our solutions, our problems, other problems may what? Emerge. And we have to go on to do more research on them. So we always say that there should be alignment. We have to achieve alignment between the research process that we follow and the output. We have done research methods, right? We did research methods. They taught you the research process, right? Then you are not going to teach all the identifying the problems, situation analysis, formulating objective, collecting data, analyzing and reporting. They are not going to teach you all those things. But by the close of it, you're able to do all the things that they were talking about. Okay. So we say that there should be alignment between the research process and output. Okay. There should be alignment between the research process and the output. It simply means that when you follow a particular scientific methodology and get the finding, we should be able to trace that we got their findings based on the processes that we went through. So if your processes are wrong, your finding is what? If the processes are scientific and correct, your finding is what? Correct. So the art of writing, there are certain principles, certain methodologies, certain tools, certain protocols that you have to observe for us to now come and tell you that your finding is credible and therefore people should believe what you are saying. If your process is wrong or is challengeable, then your finding automatically also becomes questionable or objectionable. That is very, very important. So we will look at all those things. For instance, there are, how many Ghanaians do we have in this country? How many people make up the Ghanaian population? Approximately 37 million. Okay. This is what we want to avoid by conducting research, so that we don't use approximations, estimations to make decisions, and at the end of it doesn't work for us. Okay, so if we are 37 million, then I want to look at the state of living standard in the country. So I go and meet about 5 people. Then I ask them a simple question. How do you see the living conditions in Ghana, our living standard? First person will say, better. The second person says, don't go. The third person says, good. The fourth person says, now, better. And the fifth person says that, very bad. These are 5 people. We have how many people in this country? So look at the responses and tell us which will dominate.
But you asked only 5 people.
I'm coming. I asked only 5 people, don't worry. But I did not Ghanaians. I did not live in this place.
Very bad will dominate.
Okay. So let's see. Which of them will dominate?
Very bad.
Count the number of appearance or their meal.
Okay.
So better will dominate, right?
Better will dominate, yeah.
So based on this data, we conclude that Ghana is better under the government of Akufo-Addo. But are we right?
No.
Why?
We can't base.
What's the answer?
I mean, we can't just take 2 people, just one from 2 people and then make a conclusion for the entire.
Very good. So when you are making the generalization, you won't say that I took it from Kofi Manu or Adama. You just say that Ghanaians they are living their living condition is considered as well better. But scientifically, it is wrong. You cannot project the views of 5 people. Even the research, if you look at the sample size, 5 out of what? 37 million. And conclude that, or generalize their findings to include all Ghanaians. Have you seen what we mean by the research now? So some of the processes, so your sample size should be adequate and representative. Maybe the 5 people that you ask, some of them, they are not genuine Ghanaians. They are non-resident Ghanaians. So it could be that because of that's why they are saying that it's better. Because if somebody is from Cote d'Ivoire or somebody from the US comes to stay in Ghana and you are here complaining that the things are difficult, the person will not understand you.
Sure.
Because $100 or Sankra is like you get a lot of money. Yeah, and the person will really enjoy and conclude. So the sample size, the mere fact that we are even 5 people to represent the opinions of 37 tells us that the research process is flawed, and therefore we cannot accept their conclusions. So you see how it's like. So we must always make sure that we achieve alignment between the research process and what the research output. So issues about validity, reliability, sampling error, and all those things are revolving around that statement. Sampling error, validity, reliability, they are all issues that by the close of the course, you understand and achieve alignment in all of these things. So you will not suffer much. Okay. So now there is what we call research phenomenon. So we are going to create. When I ask you about your views about why we do the research, or when you are searching what you look for, somebody made a very powerful statement that you look for. You find solutions to problem, right? You find solutions to what? Problem. Okay. There's what we call research phenomenon. And the basis of you having a very good research is depend on how you're going to couch your research phenomenon. Let me put it this way. If you want to see that there is salt in the seawater, what do you do? How do you taste it? You go and dip your tongue in it. So tell me. There's nothing wrong with that because you will still see it.
It takes the time to measure the salt concentration.
Okay. What else? Is it the only tongue that I will tell you? Maybe you'll be at the room already in the room here. Okay.
You fetch some and then you try using it to wash.
pH skills, right? Take sample from different places.
Take sample
From different
and send it to the lab and add the chemicals and all those. That is perfect. Then you tasting and washing things with it and all those. That should tell you that our process of finding, our problem of finding facts can also be problematic. The choice of scientific tools that we use to discover the facts may be challenging, is that not it? And so it goes with that first statement that said that the process should achieve alignment with the output. Very, very important. Now, let's look at the issue of the research phenomenon. Which area are you?
Communication. Propaganda. Propaganda study.
Okay. Propaganda study. That is your research area. So tell me, what is the problem with propaganda studies?
Okay, so some people see propaganda as a means of persuasion, but then we have persuasion on its own and propaganda on its own. What propaganda does is not to persuade, but it is to convince you that something appears the way I want you to believe that it appears in that nature.
Okay.
And I'll make you believe it, but not persuading you. But persuasion will not be like, I will kind of tell this is yellow, and I have to say things to make you believe this is yellow. But propaganda, I'll make you think this is yellow. And you also believe within yourself, and me supporting that, yeah, it is yellow.
So what are the problems that you have seen with propaganda?
What I've seen, I mean, the problems I've aligned so far is that sometimes people use propaganda to hide the truth. Yeah, pronunciations, and especially politicians, they adopt the use of propaganda a lot to make people buy into their ideas. So they make you unconscious of your.
As you are talking about propaganda, I'm picking some things now. Take it. You are talking about propaganda. You said that they do what?
They convince and make you unconscious.
People make unconscious also. Decisions.
Yeah.
They convince you. Convince you. What else? Tell me. As you are talking about, talk about propaganda, don't worry.
Alright, so it comes with the consciousness, the conviction.
Talk about propaganda. The problem with it.
Okay. So it makes speeches look rich. I mean, it makes speeches rich. In a way that you wouldn't. It used to hide the truth. It used to hide the truth. And presents.
So deceitfulness.
Yeah. So we present a lie to you.
Deceit.
Yeah.
Fullness.
Present a false statement to you, but then you would believe it is a true statement because we've employed an element of propaganda in it.
Convince you, you also believe in it.
It's interesting.
Where do people really talk about propaganda issues?
In politics.
So, it is featuring in politics. Are you sure that only in politics?
Okay, I don't want to sound controversial, but in churches.
Not in churches.
Religious institutions.
Yeah, the one killing this country. Today, I was watching some documentary, and I saw that Africa, our problem is the division, divide or conquer. Central African Republic, they are divided into two populations based on religious life. In 2013, there was war, all on religious life. Christians are butchering Muslims, Muslims are butchering what? Christians. It's because of the propaganda. They will preach to you that, oh, we are the superior, it is only our religion that is best. No one can go to God except Jesus. You see? So what are you trying to tell the Muslim scholars and all those people? The Muslims also say that God is not a man who can give children. God cannot, it is haram. God cannot give children, give birth. But if God can create it, what is so difficult for God to let somebody to give birth? I've been thinking about so many issues.
Propaganda is an interesting area. You don't want to go there.
Well, doctor. But yesterday about my thinking distance, that is what I concluded, that it is what we make of the world that matters.
And some
It's not
people
about what
also
people say,
use propaganda to hypnotize others.
they are hypnotized. They will hypnotize you so that they can control you.
Yeah.
So issues about hypnotized, very, very important. Hypnotization. Why? No problem. Hypnotized. They put it this way. Munya we are my hypnotized. Okay. So, in your mind, these are some of the things that are causing the major problem with propaganda issues. How about you? Which is your area of study?
You
Which program do you do?
Social science.
Social science, measuring what?
economics and sociology.
Economics and sociology. So if you pick sociology or economics, have you seen some issues? Have you seen observed some issues in sociology and economics in this country or elsewhere? No, you have to get a phenomenon for us. Sociology.
So let's help here. I think sociology is what the study of human behavior.
Oh, okay. You see, asking of the
Sociology,
concept
yeah, sociology in the way we live around us. Have you seen anything that has to do with any problem that has to do with sociology issues? Let me put it that way.
So say, why do people behave the way they behave? I think it's a sociological.
Yeah. Yeah. Why do people? That could be a typical question that we can try to get research to find answers to. But what problem have you identified with sociology? If you look at our context here in Ghana, what sociological issues that are confronting us as a country, as people?
like what you said, people
Give me the problem.
just
It's not about you. What problem have you observed as somebody who is into sociology?
projects this teenage pregnancy.
So can we look at behavioral learning? How people adopt other people's way of behaving in society?
Yeah, I want her to. I know that you. I want her to tell me something that is more sociology and give me a problem. So you see that the things that you have learned, this application, our daily lives, the things that you have learned. So it's a first degree in sociology. How does sociology manifest in the way we live in this country? And have we seen any problem at all?
I mean, my personal issue with sociology is that I believe everything is socially constructed. Yeah, everything is socially constructed. Why is it so?
But we are social beings, so
So you see, we are not bringing the problems. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so we are social beings.
yeah, so see, as social beings, like whatever we do, anything that human being is concerned must be socially constructed. Because
So
the
things
human
are-
being itself, we are social beings.
So what are some of the things that you are concerned that are posing a problem to us?
Things that I'm concerned,
The research is concerned, but they are posing a problem to us.
like this religion thing. And the religion,
So what is the problem with religion?
like, and it's connected to this politics too. Mostly we elect our leaders because they have the same religious belief as us, culture, background as meanwhile, even though they will not be competent, but because they come from the same religion, we are in the same religion, we end up choosing them. Meanwhile, they are not competent. There are other people from other backgrounds that we can choose them and they'll do more than those that we choose based on our religion. But we end up choosing them and leaving those who can do more because they are not.
So, regardless of who is put under the umbrella, Shantis will vote for the umbrella.
Yeah.
Hey, Voterians will vote for the umbrella.
But he's talking about religion. He's talking about religion.
So it's not a religion, like the tribe. And we say-
Tribal politics.
Yes. Even use it like this. We come to school and then
Yeah, I'm
meet our
drawing your
lessons.
attention that because you are talking about religion, you don't have to go anything beyond what.
Religion.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That is how we construct what we call research phenomenon. It is anchored on a problem that we have what? identified. Then the ideas will be coming. Before we see, we can now use it an area to kind of research about.
Agriculture.
Agric is broad. So tell me some of the programs that you have seen.
Some of the programs that I've seen is how farmers devote themselves for the work. Most farmers sees, especially in the rural areas, farmers sees agriculture or farming as something that we do to feed the household. That's to feed the family. They don't take
That is peasant farming, right?
yeah.
Subsistence.
Yeah.
They don't take agriculture as a business. Aside that, the things and resources that we use, the inputs in agriculture, we have less knowledge, and then when it comes to mechanization, most farmers do their farming through traditional farming, with the use of traditional tools like knives, machetes, hoes, and other stuff. So they end up producing less output.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Do you think that if you don't mechanize it, you use traditional kind of thing, you produce less?
Yeah, it's
How about the quality of it?